Hey guys, I wanted to go over the corrective exercise for your lower extremity dysfunctions. This is mainly for people that have toes turned out or their arches are caving in, or sometimes they both happen when they do a squat. For those people, this should be something they do every day. For those that don't have this dysfunction, it's a good thing to do every once in a while, maybe once a week or every couple weeks, just to kind of maintain that mobility that you have. So it starts with foam rolling, which releases the overactive muscles. Then you're going to stretch the overactive muscles so that they elongate. Then you want to activate the underactive muscles, and then you want to integrate it into a functional exercise. So this is how it'll look. So foam rolling first. We're going to foam roll the calf. What I want you to do is survey the calf by turning the toe in and out, and then go a little slower. And if you find a tender spot, you hold it on there. If you can support your body weight and put the other foot on top, that's going to create more tension. But those that have a hard foam roller, maybe just putting your leg on there and even having your hips down might be enough tension. You don't have to have a ton of tension, but you want to have some tension that you can feel that not being pressured. So do both sides with that, holding for 30 seconds after you find that knot. Then you want to do an area of your hip towards the outside. This is the TFL, and the IT band goes down here. So the tensor fascia lata comes in, and it internally rotates your hip and also does hip flexion. Okay? So we're going to foam roll that outer kind of front part of your hip and see if there's any tenderness. If you go very slow, about 1 inch per second. If there's a tender spot, hold it on there. If not, you can just roll it for 30 seconds and then do the other side. And the last one is the adductor. So you want the foam roller to be perpendicular to your upper leg. Okay? So you put the knee out, and then you're foam rolling the inner thigh. Again, finding a tender spot. Each day you can just choose one. If you do this as a standalone corrective exercise routine, you can find 2 or 3 spots because you have more time to do that. So that's the release portion of the corrective exercise. The next is stretching. Okay, so you find a pillow, preferably a dense one, and you keep your ankle straight, your foot straight, your arch up, and you can hold on to a chair or something for balance, and you move your hips forward. You can also tighten this glute, push the heel down, and you feel a mild stretch. You can just hold it. Another thing you can use is a power strip. This works pretty well too. Again, same kind of idea. Just put the front part of your foot on. Make sure your foot is straight. Or if you find a chair that has a low frame to it, that's a nice way to do it as well. Okay? So stretch the calf. Then you're going to stretch the TFL. So in order to get the TFL, you have to do the opposite of what it does. So it internally rotates. So you need to externally rotate your hip, tighten your glute, pull your stomach in, and then move your hips forward. So this foot is in line with this hip, but this is kind of rotated out, and you're moving your hips forward. The key here is to pull the stomach in and squeeze the glute of the knee that's down. Hold that for 30 seconds. Nice deep breaths, maybe 10 deep breaths, 8 to 10 deep breaths while you're stretching. Do that on both sides. Then the adductor stretch, you're going to shift your weight towards one side. You can kind of add a little pressure with this hand, pushing that into the joint. You'll feel a little more stretch in the groin on this side. Keep the feet straight forward, knee fully extended. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure you can live in that stretched position. You don't want to stretch so much that you're holding your breath. Okay, so do both sides, 30-second hold. Then you're going to do tube walking. If you have it, if you have a band, a mini band that just goes around your ankles, you can do it that way. Or you can step on and cross the band and just hold it at your hip. And again, your toes, the key thing is to keep your toes straight and your arches up. Okay? You can have a slight bend in your knees, that's fine. That's not the most important thing. All right, so that's a full speed one. Now, what you're going to do for corrective exercise is to do a 4-2 tempo. So you're going to step out normal, and then you're going to do a 4 seconds in motion. Then you're going to hold that in the air for 2, then put the foot down. Step, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, down. Step, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, down. Then go to the other side. Step, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, down. Step, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, down. Okay, you're going to do 10 of those on each direction. Okay, then you're going to do a hip bridge. I like to do this on one leg if you can, with the other knee bent. You drive the hip up, hold for 2, 4 seconds down, touch the floor lightly, come up, hold 2, down, 4 seconds, touch and go. Only place you hold it is at the top, with your hip up. Then the last one, this is where we put it into a little more functional exercise. You're standing. You're going to crouch down, load one leg, and then you're going to reach, loading this leg, not letting the knee cave in, keeping the ankle, knee, and hip in line. Here, and then 4 seconds back, hold 2, you go out, touch, 4 seconds back, hold 2, out, 4 seconds back, hold 2, and do 10 of those. Then you switch legs. Okay? So that is the corrective exercise for the lower extremity, mainly the ankle joint. The speed and tempo is very important, and the order has a specific purpose. You want to release, you want to stretch the released muscles, then you need to activate, and then integrate. Okay? So hopefully that helps with any ankle dysfunction that you have. Let me know if you have any questions.